G'day, Aussie Bonsai bloke here, how you going? Today, got an apple tree. This apple tree I collected about a year ago, maybe a year and a half. I was at my boss's place at work, and well, the boss's wife, she didn't want it anymore because this apple tree was shading out her mandarin tree. So it had to go, so I helped pull it out with the tractor, which is, you can see the chain mark across here. Pulled it out with the tractor. I think she said it was 25 years old. And then I took it home and I put it in this massive big square pot. But as a result, it was way too heavy, I couldn't lift it. So only a year later, still had plenty of room to grow in that pot, but only a year later, I decided to put it into a small pot so I can at least move it around a bit, because although it's got a lot of growth out here where the sun was, the back, I'll show you the back, that was shaded, but no way I could bloody lift the thing. So the back got no sun at all, that was against the wall. So as you can see, the back's bare, nothing there. So at least now, this next year, hopefully being able to rotate it a bit more and move it around a bit more in the sun, should be get a bit more even growth. As you can see, these main branches back here have died, which is not particularly good. Like, some of these would have been good to keep. This one here would have been shortened anyway, but now it's completely useless. As you can see, there's a bit of fungi growing here. A few growths coming out the side of it. That's just part of the decaying of the wood. They help to decay the wood. No problem for the tree. They don't get into the main part of the tree. They only eat out the dead wood, so I'm not too worried about that. I will be cutting some of these off and doing a bit of carving on it. Carving flat spots like up here where I've cut it. But not right now, because at the moment I've only just repotted it into here, so it would move the roots around too much. I also did a little bit of a video of repotting it, and I'll show you that now.
I'm gonna try and put this apple tree into this pot.
And how come you got red on your arm?
I don't need to say that part.
Yeah, why'd you get red? We were painting, what were we painting?
A cubby house.
Yeah. We're going to try and put the apple tree, which is about a 25-year-old apple tree, into that pot. We ripped it out the ground about a year ago. So it's a 26-year-old apple tree now, and we're going to try and put it into that pot and then do some trimming on it, aren't we, Seth?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Aren't we?
Yep. Be careful for that pot.
I lift it, but it's too heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy, isn't it? Alright, so let's do that. What are you doing there, Sethy? Yeah, how come we're washing it out? Yeah? Where are we going to put it when we finish washing them out?
Into that orange pot.
Cool, bud. Doing a good job. Well done, buddy. Good job, bud.
Good job, Seth. I love it, Seth.
Love you too.
And I need to spray all the dirt off the wood. Don't you, I
Yeah, you're doing a good job, buddy.
But once we put it into a pot instead into another pot out of that one, then we'll get a bigger pot, won't we, guys?
Yeah, we're going to put it in that orange pot for now, and then maybe in a couple of years we'll put it in a different, smaller pot. But that orange pot's going to be a training pot, isn't it, buddy? That's just for a couple of years to train it. Hey, Seth?
But Dad,
Yeah?
we need to spray all the dirt out the roots.
The whole lot, don't we? Okay, so this is the apple tree roots after they've been cleaned out, and for 1 year in a pot, that's not bad, I reckon. There's no real big thick ones, a lot of feeder roots. Hopefully over time some of them will thicken up to give it a better nabari, but that's alright. It's got a bit of a reverse taper issue, but well, I don't know. Can't expect much from a collected tree. Front will be somewhere probably around here. I'll get it potted up and get back to you. Okay, so this is the apple tree. I've got it into that pot that me and my son was showing you before. At least I can lift it now. Before that other pot I couldn't lift at all, so hoping to do some styling on it tomorrow. Don't have time tonight, but tomorrow I'll do some little bit of styling on it and show you that as part B of the video. But at least now it'll be manageable. I can lift it around. And yeah, so my plan for now, basically just go through, choose which branches I want, cut it back a bit. You know, this tree's got a lot of issues. It's got just a straight trunk. There is a little bit of a root base that comes out this far. Probably hard to pick up on the camera, but I think that will look okay in the future. But this straight trunk's not too great, and then it goes into massive reverse taper here. But I'm not too concerned because I'm just gonna fan it out like a yeah, into a what's that called again? I'm not too worried because I'm just going to make it into a, I forget me type of tree. Yeah. An umbrella tree. And hopefully in the future, I'm hoping, I'm going to have some apples hanging off here, and it'll look quite good with some apples hanging off in the middle of it all. Trying to remember what apple tree it was. I think she said it's Pink Lady, which is good because I think they're relatively small apples. So I think it should look good if I can get that to happen. I mean, it's got age to it. This main trunk up here, although it's got reverse taper and, you know, it's still got a bit of interest to it. Not a perfect tree by no means, never will be, I don't think, but I'll play around with it, see what I can do. Should be good. I'll get into the styling part of it. The main thing I'll do is, apart from those main stumps, there's actually not much dead here, because when I cut it back, there was literally not one shoot on the whole tree at all 1 year ago. Not one single shoot. So every single shoot you see here has actually grown, every single one since. So there's actually no dead stuff to chop off, only stuff that I know that I don't want, or maybe where there's too many creating one spot. Like here, there's, you know, nearly 7-8 branches coming from one location here, so it's fit. You'll end up with a big knuckle there. I mean, there already is a big knuckle, but it'll make it worse. But at the same time, I don't want to get rid of all of it, because I want to be able to create my umbrella style tree. And And I think I should be able to do it in a relatively short space of time. The big challenge will be to get growth to happen at the back now. So I think as it shoots this year, which it's about to, they're starting to swell up. The buds are getting woolly. When they get woolly, that means they're about to shoot. So I'll put the sun out here and hopefully that'll encourage a bit more growth back. But at the same time, try not to give it too much sun at the back because otherwise the front will miss out. So yeah, I'll get to styling it and I'll get back to you. Going. Well, after at least 2, maybe 2.5 hours of wiring and shaping, I've come to something that I'm pretty happy with for now. Probably leave it at that for a while, let it shoot out and leaf. And I think when a tree like this, it's not, you know, overly attractive like this, when it's in leaf it'll look fine, you know. It'll cover up a lot of the imperfections. I'm hoping one day it might look good without leaf on it, but for now there's a few too many issues on it. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress tonight anyway. Yeah, the branches are a little bit funny to bend on the apple tree. Like, you can't really give them any subtle sort of changes in direction. You have to sort of give them a nice sort of slow bend, otherwise they just seem to break. They feel soft in themselves, but then they just snap easy. But I managed to persevere. I put a fair few guide wires in the end to try and hold it down, as I didn't have strong enough wire really. Need to get some more wire. Yeah, so hopefully in the future I'll get some apples. Look pretty good with a few apples, I reckon. I'll give you a quick spin of the tree. I don't know what I did with my turntable, but can't find it, so I'll have to just spin it the hard way. As you can see, the back here needs a lot more growth, so hopefully if I leave the sun on that side, I'll get a lot more growth on that side this next year. But yeah, for 1 year out the ground, I'm pretty happy. One thing I don't hear a lot of people mention when you're styling a deciduous tree is the branch structure. I believe on a deciduous tree that if you have the branch structure so that all the branches are at the same similar sort of an angle, maybe a little bit shallower at the bottom and slowly angling up at the top, but you'll notice that pretty much every branch at the end is all at the same angle. Even if it doesn't quite come off the trunk at the same angle, generally you'll notice that it's all up at the same angle, and I think that gives it a more balanced, sort of natural sort of a feel to it. Nothing sort of competing or fighting it, not competing or fighting itself. Yeah, alright. That's it for that one. Cheers for watching Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Catch you next time. Please share, like, subscribe if you made it this far to the end of the video. I'll catch you next time.